Listen, I mean, now I've never been a conspiracy theorist ever in my life, okay? No silver tin hat here, okay, sis? But I'm going to tell you that as I sat and listened to these women, as someone who's been in courtrooms and frankly has reviewed my fair share of discovery and cases because I represented on the defense side people accused of similar acts, this is next level. The levels to this is absolutely insane. And we're not talking about, the things that he's espousing to clean our cities of, these low-level criminals. We are talking about, for instance, let me tell you, there was a story of, I'll try to make it quick. There was a story of a young lady who ended up encountering Epstein as he was incarcerated in 2008 in Florida because he set up a sham company and he was able to then be on work release to his sham company. And while on work release, meaning that he was absolutely being monitored, but he wasn't, he was still abusing women. That is the level. We're talking about them doing fake immigration documents and getting girls from Russia, from Ukraine. Obviously, we knew that there were international implications. They also talked about Israel and this, like they implicated, it's like the banks, the accountants, the lawyers, like it is insane. And so I personally think this is about the people that made sure that they could have puppets like Trump in power that he is trying to cover for.
Congresswoman, what questions do you have for Alex Acosta, who does this extraordinary sweetheart deal that I think puts in motion the extraordinary circumstances around that work release, where I never heard this before, but he's allowed to continue to abuse women?
So here's the thing. I'm actually really happy that that's not going to be a normal committee hearing, because as you know, we only get 5 minutes, and for the most part, it's a dog and pony show. It's going to be behind closed doors, a transcribed interview. I would have preferred an actual deposition where perjury would be clearly on the table. If for some reason he was not truthful and forthcoming, and we were able to back that up as we go through this process of interviewing various witnesses. So first of all, I want to know, I will be very methodical and be a real lawyer, right? To the extent that I want to know who I was working with you. I want to know what their jobs were. And the reason that I'm going to need that foundational information is so that we can then go and dig and talk to those people as well. It's a puzzle piece when you are trying to build a case, right? And so we want to make sure we get all the pieces to the puzzle. I also really want to seek clarification on whether or not this is something that he initiated or not. I also want answers to questions about the fact that it was clear that he violated federal law. That was made clear in the lawsuit that the survivors ended up filing because he failed to notify them. The timeline is very interesting. What they ended up doing is saying, you know what? They signed off on the no-pros agreement, the null-pros agreement, right? To not prosecute him. And then after that is when they decided that they would talk to the victims and say, hey, just wanted to let you know your case is still moving along. We'll let you know when something's happening, right? This was a clear cover-up. And so I want to really dig into his thought process and find out if this is something that he consistently did.
And why? Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, thank you so much for your role in all this. And